Hey, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is Donna from Tarot to do a how will this Venus retrograde affect you? So let's just take a quick look. Venus is the planet of love and money, and I wanted to make a couple of notes so I didn't forget to mention this. Venus being the planet of love and money does its retrograde cycle every 18 months for about 6 weeks at a time. When that happens, the things associated with Venus, love and money, and your ability to feel good, and anything having to do with sensual pleasures, pursuits, that stuff like that, is all kind of flipped upside down and backwards. So your tastes even change. Taste in like music and appearance and everything changes. When Venus goes retrograde, you can expect to have lovers from the past come back into your life. So some chick or dude that you dated 2 years ago suddenly returns. You get a call or a text from him, or you bump into him wherever. That just happened to me accidentally at the actually at the dump. I was taking the trash to the dump because I don't have a trash pickup, and I ran into an ex today. Wasn't planning on it, obviously. It was a little awkward, so it happens. But I tried to get out of there as quickly as possible. I was just like, I looked up and I heard that voice. I was like, oh Jesus. Yeah, so that was not good. Not good for me. I'm sure he probably was thrilled, but yeah, nope. So yeah, it didn't end well. But so here's the thing. So for you, if an ex pops up, don't be surprised. If you suddenly find yourself tempted to, you start reminiscing over, past lovers, and you think, wonder what happened to so-and-so, and you try and reach out and touch someone, just know that whatever reconciles during a Venus retrograde from like years from the past, like someone you dated 3-4 years ago, whatever, if you reconcile with somebody from while ago, it's gonna fall apart again when Venus goes direct. In fact, you can almost time it to the degree that when you reconcile, when Venus reaches that degree again, when it goes direct, that's when it falls apart again. And then you're like, oh shit, that's right. Now I remember. So there's 5 different retrograde cycles within Venus. In other words, it does its retrograde cycle in 5 different signs consecutively every 8 years. So every 18 months is another one of those 5 cycles. And then that particular one won't happen again until another 8 years. So December 22nd of 2013, it began its retrograde cycle in Capricorn, like same sign it's in now, right? That it's going to happen December 19th, this December 19th. So December 22nd of 2013 to January 31st of 2014 is the last time it did this particular retrograde in Capricorn. For for Taurus risings, that's in your 9th house. Your belief systems, philosophy, all that. So it's not as bad as having it happen in your 7th house. Now, let's say that you are a Taurus sun and you're Cancer rising, then it is in your 7th house of partnership. If you don't know what your rising sign is, you can go to astro.com and type in the information, or you can ask an astrologer like myself or any other astrologer. You just need to know the time you're born. If you don't know the time you're born, you can either ask your mom. If you can't ask your mom, then you can get the long form of your birth certificate from the Vital Statistics Department of the city you were born in. All right, so with that said, whatever happened 8 years ago, if you can remember that, anything significant happened 8 years ago that involved your money, that affected your money or your love life, expect that same flavor. Maybe not the same exact thing happening. So let's say that you got married, you met the person that you were going to marry, that your significant relationship began that last retrograde cycle. Let's say that your relationship is kind of rocky right now. It's probably going to fall apart, not to be the bearer of bad news, during this retrograde. Now, whether or not it stands the test of time is it remains to be seen. But anything having to do with love or money is going to get tested during a retrograde cycle. Every 18 months, love and money situations get tested. The degree at which they are tested in your life depends on, how your chart is set up. But you can kind of tell if you can remember 8 years ago. Now, if you're like really young, then you may not remember that. I mean, you might have been in school or something, or you might have been really young. So there's that. So let's see, let's do some tarot and let's get an idea of how this retrograde cycle is going to affect you. And I want to use this one, and I actually did with, I'm going to use this one too, because I used 2 decks for the Pisces read that I just did, so I think I'm going to use the same 2 decks. Let's just see. And it's I'm using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And, if I can put the box back together. And we're using the Light Seers Tarot. I don't know, Chris Ann? I don't know. I've never really paid attention to who it was by. So, I like both of these decks because they are very visually appealing. And this one has, you know, just because the pictures, it really brings out your intuition. I guess that's the best way to say it. It has really awesome pictures, let's put it that way. These are beautiful images, but those are very, I don't know, light seers. Oh my God. Here, we're getting started already. All right, I'm going to pick it up though, because I don't really, it's not like the Donna's Destiny cards. Okay, so, ouch, I just banged my knee. There's a bruise now. All right, so let's take a look and see. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the card that's on the bottom of the deck to give us a feel for what is going on. And we'll put the 2 reads together and see how it affects you. So let's take a quick look. I didn't pre-shuffle, just so you know. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. So we're just kind of winging it. All right, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How is this Venus retrograde going to affect you? All right. So the bottom of this one is the 10. Oh my God, I love that. The 10 of water. It's like the 10 of cups. But 10s are endings and beginnings. So ending a chapter, starting a new one, right? But here's the 8 of cups. So the 10 of water is like the 10 of cups. The 8 of cups, they're both about emotion. Now, this one is pretty obvious. I mean, look, walking away for something, you know, more optimistic or more fulfilling, walking to the light. Now, and it's interesting because this one, it's like she has a small, like a little bonfire going almost, but walking towards something that's bigger and brighter. And then you have the King of Cups right underneath of that. Interesting. That would be a Scorpio card. The 10 of water, and underneath of it is the 9 of air. It's like the 9 of swords. That's someone losing sleep over a situation. So let's just take a look. What is the 10 of water telling us? More water, more cups. So yours is all about emotion. So have you been going through a very emotional situation? It looks like it. It looks like you've had some heartbreak. Move some stuff out of the way here. All right, so you have a messenger, an ace, 2 messengers. I like that this one is emotional, but this one's practical. And you have an ace of earth, which is like a ace of pentacles. So it's like a new beginning for, you know, practical new beginning. You have the 3 of air, that's like 3 of swords, heartbreak. And then you have the chariot. So it looks like, well, before I put it together, let's just see here. Let's just see. 10 of wands, that's a burden. 5 of cups is lack of emotional fulfillment, being disappointed. And then there's the ace of pentacles. There it is. Okay, so you have 2 ace of pentacles. Pisces had the Empress card twice. So new start that's going to be practical. and stable. Now these are knights. Here's a page. And you have the 8 of Wands, that's fast movement, but you have 10 of Wands, which means something has been a burden. So it looks like this, you may be healing over some kind of heartbreak that was emotionally unfulfilling and disappointing, that just felt like a burden. I have a feeling that while you may be seeking answers, possibly, and you might be doing a little bit of spying on somebody, I think you definitely have somebody that's spying on you that wants to do, that it might be somebody from the past, but maybe not the long distant past, hopefully not. Because if it is, I would say no on that one. But if you have somebody from the recent past who wants to do a new start, new beginning, it may hold promise, because the Ace of Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Ace of Earth and the Ace of Pentacles shows a new start that's practical, that's on solid ground. So I like that. I think as long as you are realistic, that's the key. Because I think you have either walked away or you're walking away from something that is emotionally unfulfilling. Now, is it the same thing? I don't know, because it looks like there's fast movement to release a burden and at the same time take on a burden. Or possibly put work into something, but that's not an 8 of Pentacles. So, yeah, let's see here. I want some more clarifiers. What are we going to use for the clarifying? What can we use? I guess we'll use the, yeah, let's use this one, because I want it to go easy on us. I don't want it to tear into us. The Rider-Waite deck is a very clear deck, but it can be a bit rough sometimes. At least in my reads, it can be a little rough. So let's just see. This new start, I'm gonna actually clarify both of them. And let's just see what both of them show. Let's find out. Let's see what the Ace of Earth and the Ace of Swords. That's communication. New start in communication. Okay, Ace of Earth. There's the 8 of Cups again, walking away from something that's emotionally unfulfilling. The 3 of Wands, waiting to see how things turn out. And the 6 of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. So what is the 3 of Air? You got the Page of Swords again. Okay, that's again. Queen of Swords. And the 5 of Swords. So lots of sword activity there. So fighting with someone? Okay, so what is this 10 of Wands? It's 4 of Wands. Okay, commitment, stability. So that's not a bad burden. It means you're taking on the, it's not a pain, like a draining kind of burden, as much as it's a taking on responsibility. Because the 10 of Wands can be taken 2 different ways. And there's the Chariot card again. That's a Cancer card. So forward movement, taking a risk. What is the 5 of Cups? 4 of Cups. That's, and then there's a Hermit. That's the Virgo card. 7 of Cups. So you may have had someone with Virgo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or just a lot of 6th house planets or whatever emphasis. Someone exuding Virgo energy may have pushed you away or rejected you, and then just spent a lot of time not really doing anything but just looking over their options, or looking over how far you, I think being unrealistic, it looks like, but maybe looking over their options and just trying to consider their options. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? There's a 6 of Wands. You have the 6 of Swords on this one. The World. it looks like success. This could be travel. A decision is made, possibly with a new chapter. That's not the wheel card though, but okay, transforming to have your 10 of Cups. Okay, so this new start is a start that's for success. You want success in this situation. And a decision is going to be made, and there may be some travel involved, but you're going to something is being ended and transformed, so that you can have this 10 of Cups. I don't know what the ending is, what is being ended, and I don't know if you're ending it or someone else is ending it. What is the Death card? Okay, so there's a 10 of Wands again. That's a burden. Something, okay, so something was a burden and it's being ended so you can have emotional fulfillment. Now, it could be the other person. It could be the other person that's ending something so that they can have happiness with you. But someone is letting go of a burden. This one is the draining one. Whereas this one, this burden, it's not a burden. It's taking on responsibility. But commitment, being realistic, being responsible. This one is just a burden that is draining, apparently, and it's being let go so that you can have the 10 of Cups. Now, there's a lot of 10s going on, so there's a lot of endings and beginnings. So this person, if there's a person on your mind that you came here to hear about, this person, let's just see something here. Oh, and who are we reading for next? We are reading for Aquarius. Got the Chariot twice, that's a Cancer card. The Fool card, that's Aquarius. Hermit, that's Virgo. I mean, those are the, like, as far as the major arcana goes, that's what's out on the board. Alright, so this person you came here to hear about, how do they feel about you? There's that 6 of Wands again. Feel confident. They feel passionate and confident. Alright, what do they think of you? They think that you're very loving and nurturing. What are their intentions with you? Okay. I would prefer that this would be a King of Cups. It's a Page of Cups. So their intention is to offer you love. What are their actual actions? Well, they're offering you something. I don't know if I would call that love. This is what they're going to actually offer you. You know what that is. Come on now. Alright, so... Oh, there's Joey, my cat. At the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles, is the single card. So, hopefully you're not dealing with somebody who acts single all the time. I don't know. But this is also the card of having it all and not needing anyone else. So if you're here to hear about somebody that you want to be in a relationship with, they're probably not interested in a relationship. But they're interested in offering you this. I'm just letting you know. They're intending to offer you love, but they don't really want to put themselves out there. So you may be dealing with somebody with commitment issues, or they are really, really independent and they love their freedom. So that's the situation. We are reading for, why did it already change? It was on Aquarius. I know it was, but then it changed over to Cancer. All right, so we're reading for Aquarius next. Then we are doing Gemini. So we'll do Aquarius, and let me write that down so I don't forget. And then Gemini. Alright, so if this in any way, shape, or form resonated... Oh, 6 cards, Donna's Destiny. I almost forgot. If this in any way, shape, or form resonated, or you find value in this, feel free to hit the like button. Share it. subscribe, whatever. So 6 cards, Donna's Destiny. Let's see what it says. Ask them out. Lots of money coming. You're getting a raise. They're not letting you go. Someone is not letting you go. Pay attention to the signs from the universe. Yep. And make the call. Make the judgment call or make a phone call. Which one is it? I don't want to. Let's look at the bottom. They miss you. Let's focus on this. Yeah, the card that I just saw, it says the dump. All right, so, but they're not letting you go. So maybe they're this. Maybe they're that. And that's why you're supposed to do this. All right, so here. All right, Taurus. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next read. All right.